97.8 DKLA News and Views. Telling it like it is.
Telling it like it is.
Telling it like it is.
What's that smell? It is, of course, Ric Rutel. You're tuned into Ric and The Trick, filling in for the Pryant and Bat Prodcast Hourn. Pryant and Bat could not make it tonight. Apparently they were nagged to death by their girlfriends to see a ballet at the LA Philharmonic. Hopefully they'll get laid out of the deal. I let each one of them borrow from me an American Express no-limit black card. I got a wallet full of them. Hey dudes, you show your empty-headed bimbos my no-limit credit cards, and if they don't get sweaty between the knees and pray to your throbbing pink idols, later on tonight, bud, you're straight up dealing with bull dykes of the highest order. Ladies who lean into flicking the bean, if you know what I mean. 97.8 DKLA News and Views, telling it like it is. Again, you're listening to Ric and The Trick. We got a lot of show lined up for your evening drive. I'm of course joined by my faithful cohorts, Big Mouth Al Camaro, The Trick Johnny Moss, and Lance Touché Douché. You know, besides taking on the news of the day, we'll spread the love to our beloved callers as usual, and lock horns with feminist author Dr. Lena Meyer Donnelly, author of the new book, The Penetrating Truth: Why Women Don't Need to Be Entered to Enter Ecstasy. What a bunch of bullshit that is. We'll be glad to reveal her to be the hairy-lipped lesbo she is. Let's come on, as our singer is demanding we do, and get on with it. Let's go for it here. All right. Quite a show lined up for you tonight. It's gonna be a wild one. Al, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good there, Rick. You know, I just have to say that I'm a little gassy.
Huh. Al Camaro. At it again. Donkey Punch. We got Donkey Punch in the house.
Yo, how's it going?
Oh, I love you, Donkey Punch.
Double DA right here. Double V, double A, double vag, double anal. Yo, Donkey, did your voice drop a little bit since the last time I heard you? No, but your nuts did. Oh!
Boy, howdy. Hey, and wait a minute, we're missing someone here. You know, I announced that we would be having Lance Touché Douché. Who are you?
Yes, hello. My name is Lindsey Warner, and I'm from the FCC, also known as the Federal Communications Commission. Well, Mr. Douché cannot be here today because he's actually been suspended for prescription drug use. So I will be here to conduct an audit today, and I thank you for having me.
Well, Lindsey, forgive me here, but we really miss Lance Touché Douché. I mean, you can't just pull him out of this show like this.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am, but he's getting the professional help that he needs, and I think that's all the best that we can hope for.
Big Mouth, what's the deal here?
Definitely. We got some cunt smell up in here. Ooh. Smells like steak.
How do you like that for your FCC there?
Well, gentlemen, I know we're gonna have a great time today.
Genitals.
I've heard so many great things about you, and I know it's gonna be
private parts. Your name's Lindsey.
Listen,
wait a minute. Well, I mean, what are our limits here? I mean, are you going to ding us for certain words?
I'm just going to be a bystander, and perhaps we'll discuss it after the show. The changes that can be made.
Okay, hold on.
You sound like a colon.
All right. Can I say this word? Can I say this? Pussy.
No, actually.
But it's all context. It's all What if I'm talking about a pretty little kitty cat?
Let me read. Let me read something for you
Okay.
from the FCC.gov. It says things that an average person applying contemporary community standards must find that the material as a whole appeals to prurient interest.
Prurient.
Prurient.
Well, what does that word mean?
Well, second one. The material must depict or describe in patently offensive ways sexual contact specifically defined by applicable law.
You know what? Somebody just needs to Al-Qaeda this bitch.
You're telling me. Holy shit.
Gentlemen, I expect us to have fun.
No, I don't
Good,
expect...
clean fun.
You want to have fun? How about we just throw you in a dumpster?
You know, did we ever get to the Trick? Trick, what do you think of this situation?
I think he's a pussy. A pussy that I don't want to eat.
Yeah, you know, you got some cauliflower around those ears, don't you know what I'm saying?
Listen, gentlemen, I'm not here to arrest anybody or to point any fingers. I'm just saying that for the common good of the public, we should have a nice discussion about topical issues that, in fact, in the precursor to your show, you said the talk about the hottest items in the news. Are we going to get to that at some point?
Eventually, yes. But look, Lindsey, last time I checked, this is America. I bleed red, white, and blue, my friend. And let me tell you, First Amendment, my First Amendment right is to say pussy and cock and bullshit and goddamn and all of it. Give me that. Give me some sounds there, Al.
Well, excuse me, Mr.
Yeah, let's piss this guy off, because he is a pussy. He is a pussy. Let me hear...
Excuse me,
Give me
Mr.
more of the kitty
Rutel.
cat sound, because he's a pussy.
Mr. Rutel, I'm thoroughly
Exactly right, Al
I'm
Camaro.
thoroughly familiar with.
Lindsey.
I'm thoroughly familiar with the First Amendment.
Well-
But let me ask you something, Mr.
all
Rutel.
right.
There is obviously things that quote unquote piss you off. So I was wondering if someone came to your doorstep
I'm about to censor you, piss you off. I'm not so satisfied with that one.
and said something that would piss you off.
Maybe you've been peeved. Have you been peeved?
No, I have not been peeved. I'm perfectly fine.
I'm about to fine you, Lindsey.
I'm just saying that there are things that you find offensive that would piss you off,
Okay.
and you'd want to shut them up.
All right. Since
I'm
you're
not a whistleblower. I'm just a common American like you.
Hey,
looking out for
ladies, what's with the cat fight?
Look, Lindsey, are you aware that Donkey Punch over here, our faithful companion, Donkey
Yes, sir, what's
Punch,
going on?
his name is actually an allusion to a certain sexual act. Are you aware of what that is?
No, I'm not familiar, and I don't see any need for it to be explained here
Are you-
on the air.
Let me explain to you.
No,
It's a good one.
It's really okay. It's okay.
First, you get a whole shitload of ketamine. Right, you start doing ketamine. 8 hours straight. Get blown out of your mind.
Sounds like a Monday for me.
There you go, Rutel. Then you get the girl. Let's call her Chinese girl. We'll put her on the bed. Flip her over. You take your fist.
Gotta go with the chinks, by the way, brother.
Sir, my favorite flavor.
Please
sir,
do not use
Gotta
that
go
term.
with the chinks.
Yo, I don't
Tastes
I
like
don't- I
fucking
don't-
banana peels, know what I'm saying?
Look,
I
we'll
don't
be
fuck
saying
with chinks.
chinks, specks, mix, whatever you want to call them.
So
We got a
that's-
word for every ethnic group. Go on, Donkey.
Then you take your fists. Don't put a glove on it, cause you got a donkey punch harder than the Lord itself.
This is really getting too much.
With some downward force, you punch her right in the back of the neck, and that's how you do a donkey punch.
Good Lord. What do you think of that, Lindsey of the FCC?
Yeah, take that, bitch.
I'm not going to reveal my notes as of yet, but I feel like I've been keeping a small tab of the proceedings, and I hope that things take a turn for the more conventional in the future.
Yo, I can't understand what you're saying with all those loads in your mouth, faggot.
His name's Lindsey.
Excuse me. I've heard you say that 2 times now. I'll have you know that there are many general neutral celebrities. Cameron Crowe. Have you ever heard of him? A filmmaker named Cameron Crowe. How about Leslie Nielsen? Fantastic comedian.
Huge wide asshole.
Morgan Freeman.
Faggot.
What do you don't respect?
Black faggot.
Excuse me, Mr. Camino. Do you respect Mr. Morgan Freeman?
You know, those men may have gender-neutral names, but you, sir, have a gender-neutral crotch.
Ken doll,
Asshole.
baby girl. Ken doll.
Whatever you say to me is fine, but I'm looking out for the American public. I'll say that.
You know what, Lindsay? Why don't you do us all a favor? Pull your pants down right now and show us that gender-neutral penis-vagina
let's see
combo
that
you
cock.
got going
I
on
will
down
not
there.
be bullied. I am here merely as a servant for the community. I will not be bullied by you, Mr. Rutel, or Mr. You,
Well,
Mr.
I tell you
Camaro.
what,
It sounds like you really got some TMJ, some lockjaw from sucking so many fucking cocks, you faggot. Eat a cunt, bitch.
Yeah, Lindsay.
You might fucking grow something.
I've been happily married, I'll have you know, for 2
You're
years
happily
now.
married to my fucking tranny sister. Fucking faggot.
Excuse me. I'm glad that you brought that
Hey,
up.
why don't you go chomp an asshole and suck on a bag of dicks?
I want to bring that up because I know.
Big mouth out, Camaro. We don't call you big mouth for nothing. Go
Hold on, I'm a little gassy.
Yeah, exactly. Right in your face, Lindsay.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Right in your
'cause
face.
You need to take a lesson from an idol of mine, Mr. Harvey Hoffman, who had. Well, I'll have you know, he has a tranny sister.
that conservative windbag.
Yes, well.
He's got one of those super tranny sisters with the 6-packs that can fly through the air and fight crime and shit.
Just a...
Those aren't that
Please do not
He's
talk about-
nothing but a fist-pumping, jingoistic bullshit.
Yeah, that tranny fucking pumped my asshole on the side of PCH.
Exactly.
She was like,
I know that sound all too well.
That's thoroughly
and I was like,
Wow, is that Stephanie? I was doing her last night.
oh, and then I was like, shut up.
Well, that's the donkey punch, exactly. Donkey punch right there. Lindsay.
Okay.
I tell you what, Lindsay. How
I'm
about
getting a little ahead of
I just write you out a check right now, rather than have you sit here and screen the whole show and then deliver to me all the fines that I owe you. How about I just write you a check right now and you leave this studio?
Well, we'll discuss the numbers after the show, but I believe that there's a way that we could turn this around into something more exciting for the
How
listening
about
audience.
10 grand right in your pocket right now?
I told you once before, Mr. Rutel, that I am not allowed to dispense numbers at this point.
How about Donkey Punch's sister drops the 10 grand out of her ass
She's fat.
from a balloon?
She has herpes too.
She's got scabies.
I would
Scabies.
take that.
Polio. You name it.
It's a
she got
good
it.
deal. I have to say, because, like, all right, if I were in Vegas, I would have to pay at least, like, $14.
Tits as big as your head.
I believe.
You have to be a faggot to say no to that.
I assume she's a wonderful woman, but I'm going to have to pass at this point in time.
You know, Lindsay, you talk about this show having to be, I don't know, more conservative. I don't know what you even want out of us.
I'm not to the left. I'm not to the right. I'm just thinking that for the community at large, that the content must be more diversified and not as confrontational as I've seen so far.
Yeah, whatever, Poofter.
You just don't want men to be men. You don't want men to
I
be
am
men.
a man. I've been married for 2
You-
years.
no.
Let's go
you're
see
not a
that
man.
cock.
I've been raising my.
Hey,
my-
faggot, why don't you show us your dick?
Yeah.
Excuse me. If you have not heard
Play that-
already,
play
I've
that
been married
pussy
for.
sound.
I've been married for 2 years.
He is a pussy if I've ever heard one.
I mean, you've got to be like a total fag
Look,
to not show your dick.
what I was getting at is, you want our show to be more traditional or by the book or what have you. And the trick, Johnny Moss, he's going to give you the news, all right. He's going to tell you who he was with last night.
You
You okay with that, Lindsay?
I'm sure it's
He's
a
going to
wonderful
tell you
story.
all about who he laid down.
All right, shut your trap. Sorry, I'm a little tired right now. Just got a handy coming over here. Last night, I was up all night. My old lady. Well, not my mom. My main squeeze, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She was giving it to me. I mean, I was giving it to her hard, you know what I'm saying? I was licking her. I was smelling her. I was tasting her. I was smelling
Tell it, Johnny.
all the
Tell it,
parts.
Johnny.
Her lady berries. Her beef curtains.
She's Latina.
Her fairies.
Listen.
Her dingleberries.
Her dingleberries.
Yeah, you
Ain't
ever
all
chomp one of those, dog? You know what I'm
crunchberries.
saying? It kind of smells like.
Listen, Mr. Most. I'm fully comfortable with you talking about your escapades in the bedroom with your monogamous relationship.
What's your favorite position?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that right
Cock
now.
and
I
butt,
feel that
fag.
that's disrespectful to my.
After you fuck your boyfriend there, faggot, does it sound like. Just right on his back, just like, oh!
Yeah, like soft serve ice cream running right down.
I
Right on the white
You know, I was
sheets.
eating this tranny last night and it sounded like.
I've heard that one.
as I've said, I'm fully comfortable with you discussing your escapades in a monogamous relationship.
I was just gonna say, Al, that fart you just played, you could put that fart in a fart lineup, and I would know that was by a tranny.
That actually wasn't the machine, that was me.
You know, Lindsay, the important point here is you're a piece of shit.
I believe I
Play a
was
sound
told.
effect for that, Al.
I was told as a boy that sticks and stones might break my bones, but words could never hurt. And listen, Mr. Rutel, I know you've got an attitude, and you need to learn that I'm not the enemy here. I'm just saying that we need a more diverse set of voices. Now, I heard that later on in this show, we are going to be hearing from a very diverse voice.
Lena Meyer Donnelly, yes.
I'm looking forward to it, and I feel that that's going to be the upswing that this radio broadcast needs.
Yeah, well, she'll provide her counterpoint, all right. Nothing but a bunch of bullshit.
It's just a bigger fucking dyke than Belly Blaster's mom. Know what I'm saying, Belly Blaster?
Belly Blaster, speechless as usual.
Just got done blasting a broad in the bathroom.
No, I'm not familiar with what that
You know, I
means.
kid, Belly Blaster's the man. Know what I'm
He's the
saying?
man. Give it up.
He just be busting on all sorts of broads. He'd be like,
Blaster told me yesterday he took some zinc to get bigger loads.
you know, Belly Blaster taught me the trick to drink coconut juice to get sweeter loads. The broads just keep coming back. Know what I'm saying?
Actually, it's pineapple juice.
Yeah, pineapple juice.
Oh,
You
That
can
is
write
not-
your name
I
in
stand
his notes.
corrected.
I'll have you know that is not medically proven,
No, I've tried it.
but in a medical context, are you
Medically prove
of
your
the
dick,
medical
brother.
profession, sir?
I'm a
Yeah, how about you
professional
medically
tit
prove what
inspector.
you got down there between your thighs, bud?
Yeah, show
How
us your
about that?
cock.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
Show us that little mini clit cock you got down
you
there.
would love that.
Whatever that
China's got
thing
a bigger
is.
one than you do.
I'm not going down to your level.
Anyways,
Well, you know what?
where's the show going?
I'm just gonna say, how do you like this, Lindsay? Because I got something to get off my chest. Something to tell all the bull dykes out there, all of them. The ones who hate our show, who call us up and say, oh, why aren't you more sensitive? Exactly. Let me tell you,
It would
Lindsay.
be paramount for you to listen to those disparate voices. I'll have you know.
Friends,
Did Buddy you say Paramount?
family,
Fake.
confidants, even feminists. In fact, this manifesto I'm about to summon from my very loins, my psyche, the Hippocratic humors of my being. The Hippocratic humors of my being, Al Camaro, using all manner of impassioned rhetoric and poetic persuasion. How do you like that? I'm appealing to the higher faculties of the mind, Lindsay.
Words.
Upswing, I feel it.
I'm going to dedicate this to the chunky, clipped-haired broads, those prescription-wearing fatzos.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Exactly. Who behind thick-brimmed glasses and computer keyboards, they while away their hours. And their picayune, carpet-munching lives assailing the rightful place of the man. The man, Lindsay, something you would know nothing about, in America and even the world. Yes, to all you diesel dykes and hairy-armed scissor sisters who've nothing better to do but rain golden showers on our man parade. Yes, you sisters, if I can even call you sisters, each one of you probably has a clit like a hot dog. Exactly, you probably put relish and mustard on each other's clits during foreplay. But that's neither here nor there. Look, how's this, Lindsay? My aim is not to misuse this occasion to denigrate the likes of you bulldykes out there. No. As fun as that may be, it's instead to square my shoulders, lift my head, stick out my butt a little bit, and plant a flag. A flag in an ideal world. A man's world. Claimed by a man and defined by a man. A place where a woman's proper place is clearly defined, and men are all the better for it. Exactly. Guys, tonight, I stake my claim on the land called Boobtopia. Boobtopia. Yes, in the perfect land of Boobtopia, women never refuse you. There is no, not tonight, honey. I have a headache. Instead, it's, honey, I folded your socks and put away your underwear. There's a roast in the oven. Now let me blow you during the Dolphins game. I just called that Hooters waitress neighbor of ours, who I know you've been eyeing since we moved in, and we've agreed to suck your nipples and beat you with a braided leather whip while quarterback Ryan Tannehill throws the winning pass to receiver Legadoo Nay-Nay. If the game is starting to lull or there's a long commercial break, honey, I'll ride you cowgirl style while Betty stands pleasuring herself and feeding you a corn dog. A corn dog hand-battered and deep-fried before you came home from your job in municipal waste management. Because this is Boobtopia, where a man is treated like a man. Isn't that right, Al?
You know what? That's really insensitive of you.
Shut up, Al. You know, in Boobtopia...
I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
Those cunts can suck my balls. Straight shooter.
How do you like this? In Boobtopia, there is no, honey, we never go out anymore, honey. Instead, it's, honey, it's so relaxing being at home with you.
I'd be like, bitch, I need my unemployment.
Exactly. Plus, this is what she would say. I need no outward shows.
I can't afford Rocket Burger, slut.
Yeah, I need no outward shows of love and dedication in the form of taking me out to dinner.
You can suck on my wiener schnitzel.
And a movie, giving me expensive jewelry, or for that matter, spending any money at all on me. Because this is Boobtopia.
How about some chili fries?
Yeah, because in Boobtopia, honey, this is my lady. This is any lady. So in Boobtopia, it goes, this is how it goes. I can barely talk right now. I'm so worked up, Lindsay. I'd rather just eat Totino pizza rolls together while we play Xbox 360, honey, here in Boobtopia. Only for me to periodically smother you in my wiggling oiled up breasts. Yeah. You rock your joystick while I rock yours, sweetheart. Because this is Boobtopia. That's my idea of a good time. In Boobtopia, all women are prostitutes, and every woman has a price. Are you rich and you want a twofer with Alicia Keys and German Prime Minister Angela Merkel? Hey, bud, you got the scratch, you get the snatch. This is, after all, Boobtopia. In Boobtopia, women only talk when spoken to. In Boobtopia, no breast size dips below a double D. In Boobtopia, there's only sex for pleasure and not for reproduction. Babies are actually born as men, but still need to be breastfed. In Boobtopia, when you see a prostitute, she pays you. In Boobtopia, finally, if you'll permit me, Lindsay, every man has a harem of at least 200 of the world's most beautiful women forever at his beck and command, feeding him Chips Ahoy cookies and jerking you off as you watch the 1985 horror film Ghoulies. on public access television. Friends, countrymen, one day we can all be so lucky as to live in such a bouncing, frivolous land as Boobtopia.
God bless Boobtopia.
There you go.
Thought I'd get that off my chest, Lindsay. What do you think of
Spoken
that?
like a true American.
Suck
Tears
on
in my
that,
eyes.
Lindsay. Suck on that.
You
It
know,
just makes me want to punch Lindsay's sister
My dick
in
is
the
crying.
cunt.
you know,
Lindsay's sister is a cunt.
I must say that
Cunt.
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 in the nightmare scenarios of all nightmare
In the nightmare
scenarios,
scenarios of cunt.
that might have been the worst I've ever heard.
I want to punch you in the mouth,
But let
Lindsay.
me-
What
with my dick.
part didn't you like?
Let me ask you something,
was
Mr.
it was it
Rutel.
the part where in Boobtopia you get fed Chips Ahoy cookies by your harem girls while watching Ghoulies?
Listen, I have been known to enjoy a Chips Ahoy cookie from time to time. Though I'm not a fan of the horror films, I respect your desire to watch them. But let me ask you something, Mr. Rutel. In these American rights that you spoke of earlier, where are the women's rights in that scenario?
They get to suck my
The
dick.
you begun your little manifesto there with
Yes, exactly.
They
with
get to lick my asshole.
the fact that Boldyke's your term, and they write you these emails, and how come you do not acknowledge these emails as under the First Amendment as well?
They don't understand men. That's their problem. And exercising my First Amendment right, I can say they're a bunch of bold-eyed cunts.
But what about their First Amendment right? Where is their First Amendment right?
Well, hey, bud, I live in Boobtopia. I don't live in America no more.
but
And in Boobtopia, Bulldykes don't have a First Amendment right.
but
Hey,
I
your pussy
believe
showing.
I believe this podcast is taking place in America, and I'll have you know, Mr. Rutel and Mr. Camaro and
This is not radio, buddy.
Mr. Dong Key Punch, that obscene material is not protected under the First Amendment to the Constitution and cannot be broadcast at any time. The Supreme Court has established that to be obscene, the material must meet certain tests, and I believe that this podcast has thus failed all three at this point. Please turn this around.
I believe in my hearts of heart, deep down in my asshole, that you are the biggest cunt I have ever come across in my life.
I'll have you know, Lindsay, that the only thing anyone's failed at here is you at getting your little clit dick up for your she-male
Look at
wife.
his little bold eye clit.
Yeah, his little bold-eyed clit.
Looks like a Vienna sausage.
You know,
It smells like a pumpkin grove.
I would like to hear someone come on this show, because I am, as a government official, I am not allowed to delve too deep into this filth that we are experiencing, but I would like to see anyone in this room, be brave and show some courage and stand up to this filth that we're experiencing. How about you, Mr. Moss?
yeah, No, actually, I want to hear from Belly Blaster.
Fine, if
Belly
he's
Blaster.
brave enough.
Have you anything to
Belly
say to this
blaster,
asshole?
belly blaster, belly blaster,
Come
belly
here,
blaster.
Belly Blaster. Exactly.
I'm just okay with whatever allows me to come on women's bellies.
There you go, America.
Billy, come on. You've got more in that brain. I see it. I see, even through those sunglasses, I see that there...
Trick Johnny Moss, get us out of here. What have you to say to this man?
Fuck you, Lindsay.
As
Yeah,
the case
yeah.
may
What's the
be,
fine for that one? What's the fine for "fuck you, Lindsay"? Because I like that line.
I bet he likes being fucked.
Lindsay, do you even know what the FCC stands for?
Yeah. If I say "fuck you, Lindsay," do I pay you for the fine, or do you pay
Stands
me
for
for the
fucking
service?
cheek cocks.
excuse me. I'm not the whistleblower. The whistleblowers are
Oh, my dick,
the
faggot.
listeners.
Hey,
They will write in their complaints, and then the fine
You know,
will be
Lindsay,
tallied.
I know you're not a whistleblower because you're a cockblower.
I understand that I walked into that one, but
Talking
regardless,
to my dick, buddy.
You know, it's really hard to understand you with all these dicks in your mouth, bro.
Lindsay, I want to kick your ass with my dick.
I know you don't mean that, Mr. Moss, because I see it in your eyes that you are a good person and you want to make a change.
I knew.
I
at
definitely
being
wouldn't agree
women.
with that.
These sunglasses that you're all wearing,
I
I
have
know
to
what
say,
they're hiding.
I can't agree with that.
Because we want to look
Mr.
cool.
Mr. Moss, he's a cocksucker, first of all. He's a piece of shit, but he's my brother.
Oh yeah. Exactly. He's a brother in the
Dealing
end.
words.
He's a brother.
You don't mean that, because if
But I'm not black.
He's not black. You heard it there first.
Hey, no,
He's black downstairs, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You
Latino
beat me to
upstairs.
it, Big Al.
Latino upstairs, weak arms.
Donkey Punch, you're killing me.
All right, where's this show going?
Lindsay, you'll just have to put up with us taking some calls here. We're gonna have to. We see that the lines are opened up. Well, how about we get the callers on you? We need to sick the callers on this son of a bitch, don't we?
I'd like to believe that there's a light at the end of this tunnel.
You really are an asshole. All right. Okay, here we have. This is Mikey from Seattle, Washington. Mikey, what do you have to say about Lindsay, our friend Lindsay of the FCC here?
I'm hopeful for you, Mikey. Prove me right.
I have to say that,
Speak up there, Mikey.
I just have to say that this guy, Lindsay, has got, a girl's name, and he smells...
You're telling me.
He smells like a fish tank, bro.
Yeah, you do have a girl's name, Lindsay.
You know what he smells like? Smells like fucking Pumpkin Grove, dog.
Hey, Mikey, are you a fan of Donkey Punch?
You know
and all
this
of us?
guy right here, this guy, he smells
Donkey
like...
Punch loves you, brother.
He smells like a grape vineyard.
A grape vineyard? Why is that?
You know what this guy smells like? He smells like... You know what he smells like?
I don't know. You tell me, Mikey.
He smells like a field of strawberries.
That's actually very, very
You're-
touching, Mikey.
I don't understand why you're coming. Why are you saying such complimentary things?
Those are all like my words for cunt, bitch. Oh, high five, guys.
All right, Mikey.
In the air.
Interesting reversal, my friend.
You had me there for a moment, Mikey, but I must say that you need some counseling, likely.
You know what you had me at? You had me at, your mom's a cunt and you smell like an anus. Boom, dog.
Mikey, 1-2 punch. Beautiful technique.
Hey, before I blast off here, bro, because, I'm going to smoke some DMT and, fucking get, duffed out on Triangle, dog.
That's exactly how I like it. Go on.
Fucking piss me off, Rick.
Oh, with pleasure, my friend.
Please. Oh.
Piss him off. Very good. All right, we have Dwayne in San Antonio. San Antonio, Texas.
Hello.
Hi there, Dwayne. You a fan of the show? And what do you think of this son of a bitch, Lindsay?
Oh, I'm a very big fan of the show, and just you guys just need to clean up your
Yeah. Hey, I don't know whether I have Dwayne or Marvin the Martian.
Dwayne, did you hear that? He just tried to insult you. Please stand up for
please.
yourself.
I only love the ones I hate.
Yeah, this
I
guy.
don't know what that means.
Yeah, this guy. He's a true American because he cares about children, and you should eat better in schools. Man.
It's all true.
Oh.
Thank
Now,
you
wait a
finally,
minute.
Dwayne. Thank you.
The
Wait a
only thing
minute.
I ate in high school and middle school and even elementary school.
Yeah, I have to say.
Pussy.
Oh.
I have to say.
Straight up American, grade
Please
A,
That's
let
exactly right, Johnny Moss.
dripping wet, stench,
You tell him.
really
Trick.
smelly,
please let Dwayne finish. He is a caller.
moist like a cave.
He is a voice that should be heard. Go ahead, Dwayne. Please
Pussy.
continue.
I just have to say that this guy smells like a tomato vine.
Dwayne, these insults are colorful to say the least.
And he smells like a pumpkin vineyard, bitch!
Oh,
What?
Dwayne!
He
You
tricked me
just
again.
got mic'd,
You
bro!
are exactly the caller we love here at the show.
Hey, come on, man. You got me. That was pretty good, dog.
Oh man,
Mike.
wait a minute. Is this Robert? Robert, is
know.
that you posing as Dwayne?
I don't know. I could be your mom, bitch!
Oh, I love you, Robert. I know that voice.
Identity theft is actually one of our highest crimes these days.
Hey, you know, this guy is pissing me off, and he smells like a cunt, and his mom's a whore and a tranny, but I just have to say, piss me off, Rick!
With pleasure, Robert. Thanks so much for calling.
Isn't he clever? Wow.
I love your crank calls, buddy. Okay, let's see. We have Reese in Bethlehem, New York.
Hello, guys?
Is this Reese in Bethlehem, New York?
Oh, I have to say...
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Is that a French-Canadian accent I hear?
I don't know.
Voice.
Maybe it's Montreal, Quebec, Canada?
Yeah, buddy.
Holy catfish.
Blown out your
you
ass.
guys.
Welterweight champion of the UFC.
Hey,
A
you guys.
real man's man, Lindsey from the FCC.
Hey,
You know
guys.
what? I have always preferred the UFC,
UFC.
to the FCC. Know what I mean, George St. Pierre?
Oh, how clever are you?
You know what I mean?
You know,
George,
I just have to
Fuck
say...
you, Lindsay.
I just have to say, real quick, that this guy,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
Lindsey
go on.
guy,
Go
this
on.
guy,
Yeah.
he smells like a bag of Jolly Ranchers.
A bag of Jolly Ranchers.
George.
I actually prefer the smell of Jolly Ranchers. Where you get?
smell.
What are you getting at, George?
What I mean by is that he smells like a tranny asshole.
George, actually,
Well, that's a roundabout way of insulting someone, but
I would like to project that this is likely not George St. Pierre.
Likely?
Because a trained fighter who is disciplined in the arts of jiu-jitsu would not
Jiu-jitsu?
say things such as this.
Such as this.
Oh, no, that's him. I know him. He talks about tranny assholes.
You know, you guys.
Wait a minute here, Lindsay. How come you have such a tuned ear for
Tuned
the
ear?
voice of a man? Is it
Voice of a man.
because of your dalliances at night with trannies?
Chinese.
I have no
You hear that
experience-
voice? Oh, you get a little aroused because you hear the voice of a man?
No, this isn't a voice of a man. This is the voice of an imposter.
Bet you that makes your asshole real moist, Lindsay.
Oh, another clever retort from the Moss.
Okay, GSP, can you prove to us and the viewers that, not viewers, listeners, that you are indeed the real George St. Pierre?
Jiu-jitsu.
There you have it.
I mean, that's a signature writ large.
That's all we need.
I have to say that UFC 158 coming up, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Nick Diaz. I'm not scared, homie, because I come at you. You come at me, you come at me, and I come at you. We're coming. We're both coming in the octagon.
There's going to be a
Wearing
whole lot
barely
of coming
nothing.
for 158, isn't there, George?
Let me ask you something, George, though.
Let me ask you something. You smell like shit.
That wasn't a question, George. George, my question, though, is that if one of
That's
these...
a question in my book, George St. Pierre.
If one of these hoodlums in this room said something derogatory about your mother, as they would prone to be, what would you do to them?
You know, I'd have to say that your mom smells like tuna. And
Why does
is
she
a
smell
whore.
like tuna?
She smelled like tuna after I fucked her butt. So many times.
Now, that's the kind of jiu-jitsu I know.
You know, I have to say that I'm a big fan of the donkey punch and the belly blaster.
Well, they're wonderful. You know, they're recent additions to the show, and they've
No, I'm
just
talking
been...
about actually in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Oh!
Yay!
You're making me laugh here, George St. Pierre.
You know,
Here, you know that faggot, Van Damme? All you Frenchies know each other, right?
You know, me and Van Damme, we actually, we go way back with the taekwondo and the
You
kimpo.
said something about a tag team earlier with somebody's mom.
Oh, yeah, you know, this Lindsay character, you know, we tag team his mom. I am,
You don't know my mother.
I am the big spoon, he is the little spoon, but we're like a chocolate sundae. And then I come in from behind and get the banana.
Well,
And then
excuse
he
me for
comes
a
in
moment,
from
George.
the other side.
In the scenario
I
that
bet you give her the swirl, too.
He come in from the other side.
Sounds tasty.
In
And
the
he
scenario
gets
that you
the,
described,
Hey,
George.
do you nut on top of that sundae?
You know, oh,
You know what I'm talking about. You nut on that one?
you know, he coming from the other side, and he's got the whipped cream.
You
And
know,
I come in
your
with the
accent's
banana.
getting a little weird. Are you having a stroke there?
George, for a moment, the scenario that you, as I'm familiar with the act of spooning, as I do that with my wife every night, I just wanted to call into question the scenario of you as the big spoon and Van Damme as the small spoon. Are you suggesting that you engage in homosexual activity, which is perfectly fine by me?
I just have to say that you, my friend, are the biggest cunt I have ever met in my entire life. And I've known a lot of cunts. BJ Penn, I'm talking about you. Nick Diaz, you as well. Josh Touché. The last time I saw these men's dick shields, they fell to my jujitsu.
I would love to see BJ Penn and all the men you mentioned come into this room and beat the tar out of everyone in this room.
Yeah, you like to beat the tar out of his cock, you pussy faggot.
You want it all, Lindsey.
I'm actually surprised that no one jumped on the BJ Penn train.
Yeah,
there.
you want it all on your asshole. Cock, you smell like fucking a strawberry field, you pussy. A pumpkin grove.
You know not what you say, George. You know not what you say.
You're like...
George, you're welcome to become a permanent member of the cast here. You got it going on, brother.
This guy, he smells like a freshly cut watermelon.
Why is that?
This guy, he's like fresh rainfall.
Oh, would you say he's like petunias blossoming in the springtime?
You know what this guy is like?
What does he smell
like? You know what he's like?
Yeah.
This guy is like a can of green beans.
A can of green beans? Why is that, George?
I gotta go. I'm dying.
This call, thankfully, this call has come to a close.
George, I really thought you were going somewhere with those insults, but they really kind of petered out.
I gotta go.
Yes, please leave us. It's fine, George. Take care of yourself, please. Goodbye.
I think Freddie Roach is working you a little too hard in the gym.
He's got the boxing, and he worked me a little hard.
Yeah,
Greg Jackson too. 5-star Gym Montreal.
Well, what can I say?
UFC 158 coming up in March.
Yeah,
Nick Diaz will not scared on me.
George St. Pierre.
I come at him.
Welterweight champion of the UFC.
We're coming.
I know you're a huge fan of the show, of Al, Ric, and The Trick, and all our friends here. You're a true fan. Prove to us that you love this show and you're a long-time listener. You know what to say.
I have to say, Rick, piss me off.
With pleasure.
Oh, no.
George St. Pierre.
I love you guys. Bye.
Great caring That is a beautiful message. Wonderful. Well, just terrific hearing from our fans. And then also George St. Pierre, welterweight champion of the UFC. Oh, Lindsey, you have taken a beating there. We took those calls, and you've been the butt of many a joke. I think
big butt that smells.
Big mouth Al Camaro.
That smells
like
a strawberry field.
Whoa. Hey. You gotta know somebody. Calm down.
Big mouth, how come you...
Pissing me off. It's like a fucking pumpkin grove, dog.
We missed you, by the way, buddy. Because where were you during the callers?
I have a terrible hernia. And my anus is prolapsed.
Isn't that poetic justice to have a prolapsed anus?
Too much wiener schnitzel. I shit myself till my asshole comes out the other end. It's a very serious problem.
Wow, I didn't know this was going to turn into a PSA, you dipshit.
My life is very, very hard.
How hard exactly do you like it, buddy?
No comment.
No comment?
No comment.
Mr. Camaro.
Donkey punch.
Please.
Don't you say my name. Don't you say my name.
Boy, you really
Mr.
spazzing
Camaro,
out,
I'm here for you. I realize your cry for help. Your collapse.
I just have to say,
Lindsey, his name is not Big Mouth Al Camino. It's Big Mouth Al Camaro. Get his name right.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cabrillo.
Your name got his cars wrong.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cabrillo, but these men are not your friends. They've just proven it. You have a serious medical condition, and they have nothing but jokes for you.
I just have to say that my gerbil Diana passed away. I just got a text from my nephew Ryan Ryan, I love you. It's gonna be okay, sweetheart.
You know,
And I'm just tired of these phonies. These phonies all over the place. This guy telling me coming in here. "Bleh, bleh, bleh, bleh."
my sentiments, exactly.
And you know what? You know what this is like, this whole situation? This whole situation
Say it, Big Al.
is like a big bowl of cantaloupes.
Cantaloupes. You know,
That's all I
they're-
gotta say about that.
you know, they're quite pleasant to the nose. I don't know why you're saying that.
Lightning round?
Yeah, let's go to lightning round.
Ooh, is it time for the lightning round, Rick?
You bet, baby. Let's get it on.
Ooh.
Alright,
Time for the lightning round.
cantaloupes.
Cantaloupes. Who wants to go first?
My life is empty.
Donkey Punch, you
My
got two
life is an
questions?
abyss. I want to die! I'll go first.
Okay, Al.
Let me bring up my questions. Get off me. Don't touch me.
Oh, I've been talking you off of ledges for since
Nobody
the
touched
80s,
me.
my friend.
Weren't those good times?
Yeah, well,
Beautiful times.
saved your life many a
Remember
time.
that time we were in the Philippines
Oh.
I remembered wow. But
And
say
then-
it for the listeners.
and you know what? They were in that one bar called the Samtak.
The Samdak.
I'm probably
Samtak.
pronouncing that wrong.
Pronouncing that wrong, buddy.
Or was that like
It's pronounced Ting Chong.
or was it Vietnam? I don't
They're
remember.
all the same. Southeast Asia.
You know, it was probably called like ping pong. You know what I'm saying? Because all that shit's like that.
The point is, we got some of the hottest. yellow
Don't give me
phones
those
I've ever had.
eyes. Don't give me those eyes, Donkey Punch.
What eyes, buddy?
Slant
I served
eyes.
in Cambodia.
I'm sorry about fucking your mom, bro.
You said you'd never
I'm
bring
sorry.
that up again. You said you'd never bring that up again. Camaro.
Her eyes.
You told me you were in love with
Your
her.
eye-
You were gonna pay for the abortion.
Your mom's eyes are like the fucking moon, bro.
Buddy, you said you were gonna pay for the abortion.
So, first question, and this goes to all of you.
Listen to yourselves.
If you could fuck a tranny hooker of any race,
Lindsay's mom.
which one and why?
Trick Johnny Moss.
Better question is, which one haven't I done?
Absolutely true.
I abstained from this question for obvious reasons. Just be checking my notations.
You abstain from living life, you pussy bitch. I hope you die tonight.
You didn't abstain from that marathon cocksucking session last night.
You had stains everywhere.
Yeah, you didn't abstain from spreading stains everywhere.
I hope Al Qaeda AKs you, faggot, on your front lawn.
Continue with your question.
I'll
of
take
what-
this one.
I hope you become a cop and get shot.
I'll take this one, guys. 1, Cambodian. 2, let's see. Which one and why? Cambodian because they're mostly uneducated. 2, they're mostly syphilitic, so you gotta keep your wits about. And 3, if you come in them, they don't get pregnant. You wanna know why? Because they're only 5. Let's go.
Holy cow. I can barely approve on that.
You
improve upon
you
that
bring
one.
up some good points there. Bring
You
up
know,
some good
I'm going to
points.
say Laotian girls. Because they're right next door. And, you know, I like to be with Donkey Punch, so I'm going to do a hop, skip, and a jump over to Laos.
I'll take Laotian because they like it in the back door. Hey.
I'd say
They don't call you the big mouth for nothing.
I'd like the Indian one, because I like Slumdog Millionaire.
That's a good movie, buddy.
That it is.
I'd hit her in the
That's good
slum a
cinema.
million times.
No ghoulies, though.
All right, next question. If some cunt wanted to drive your car to pick up her mom's dire needed diabetes medication,
Dire needed.
how many times would you tell that dumb cunt to go fuck herself?
Number 1, women can't drive. Number 2, fuck diabetes. Number 3, 8. Let's go.
Oh, I let's see here. I would say 200.
The only time I drive for women is driving my dick inside of them.
Deep inside.
Spoken like an American.
Red-blooded American.
Big Al, let's keep it going.
All right, if some broad-ass cunty bitch
I know the one.
wanted to blow your cock at your cousin's funeral, would you let her?
I let my cousin blow me at her funeral. Oh, let's go.
Spoken like a true American, bringing tears to my asshole.
You know, Al, I don't know whether you have a camera on me or what, but that's what I was doing last night, buddy.
I was eating Camaroons the other night. They're very delicious.
I
It's a
fear,
faggot snack.
personally, I fear for any woman that engages in any of these relations with you.
Cameroons or macaroons?
No comment.
Lindsay, what was that?
I fear for any woman that engages in any
know
sort of sexual engagement with any
I'm
of
gonna-
you hoodlums.
I'm going to go ahead and coin a nickname for you. You're a piece of shit, Lindsay, now. Piece of shit. All right, go on.
I will swallow you with my prolapse, you faggot.
Look, that thing can take in a lot.
All right, say you just fucked this cunt, right?
Yeah, go on.
And she was like, "Oh my god, I love you."
Oh, I hate that word.
Would you punch that bitch in the ovaries?
Punch her in the ovaries?
Yeah.
You know, I resist having sex with women with ovaries. I make a point of avoiding them because there's always that chance that they can get pregnant.
You know, drug mules make good fuck dolls because all their shit's all shriveled up inside. And plus they have no souls.
That's how I prefer them.
Hey,
You can find, you know, they're dime a dozen in Laos.
You got any of that? You got anything for that there, Trick?
Yeah.
And
You didn't have to answer that, Trick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would.
you didn't have to take
Oh,
those cocks
okay.
last night, Lindsay.
Okay.
keep them coming.
So this cunt
Yeah.
wants to pay for dinner,
Oh, please.
but you're like a wise guy and you want to look like a show-off. However, you're broke as shit. How do you get away with paying the bill so you can still get your dick sucked in the parking lot?
I would leave and call my mom.
I like that. That's a good tactic.
You know, I believe that there should be an equal right
Piece of shit, Lindsay. What have you to say?
for the women or the men to pay for dinner. And I believe that once someone has paid for dinner,
I just
feel like
hear a
it's-
tiny little tranny dick splooging. What is that sound?
It's piece of shit, Lindsay. That's who it is.
You smell. You smell, you fucking prick.
You
know what?
You stand
Donkey
behind your
Punch, what
First
do you got for
Amendment
this
rights.
question?
You stand behind your First Amendment right, and then you block me from that same right.
You know what, bitch? You're a strawberry. Okay?
A rotten one.
Donkey Punch, what you got?
I eat alone at home and write my name in a pool of cum in my stomach. Let's go.
You know what? I actually object to your question because a man should not have to pay for dinner. He should not. The woman, for once in her fucking life, should pay for the dinner.
Well, the question was, how do you get away with paying the bill if you're broke?
If you're broke.
Because you still want your dick sucked.
Yeah, I'd leave her.
You turn the table over, you slap that stupid bitch, and you fuck her right in the restaurant. Moving on.
I'd like to see him try that.
Spoken like a true blueberry. So, how many
Thinking more of a huckleberry, but go on.
tranny hookers, assholes, would you suck on for $1 million?
I do it for free, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, tastes like Taco Bell,
How much does AZT cost?
Bel Grande. Talking about a fresh potato burrito.
Sounds like
Got some volcano sauce, watch out! How about you, Trick? What do you got on this one? How many tranny hookers, assholes would you suck on for $1 million?
Is there a limit?
No, you stumped me.
Just take it to the grave, Trick. Just suck him till you're right into the grave.
Your teeth turn gold.
I would pay them.
You know, this guy, he's a honeydew, let me tell you.
That's a good melon.
All right, next question.
Not the only melon we love here. We love all melons.
Have you ever fucked an Indian gilf in international waters?
Not in international waters.
Sandeep was beautiful. Offered to pay for breakfast. Didn't smell like shit. Let's go.
I took on 2 of them in Guadalajara, Mexico. End of story.
Yeah. Her name was Gishnu. She had a certain affinity for black cocks, so I put on a black condom. I disguised myself as a brother by putting on an earring of diamonds.
The Trick Johnny
Okay.
Moss. The Trick Johnny Moss.
And I didn't even put out. Just kidding, I fucked him out. With
You know-
her mom in the room.
Spoken.
On her birthday. Her,
Did
her
you get-
son was watching.
Johnny, did you get mom in on the act?
You gotta go family style.
It-
You gotta go family style when you get animal style, you know what I'm saying?
Animal style, like In-N-Out fries. I covered them in my special sauce. Legs, fries, special sauce.
This conversation is making me sick. Please discontinue it.
It's making
Please.
me hungry.
You know-
Lindsay.
Spoken like a true Tangelo.
You know, the Trick, I've actually seen your cum. You actually have relish in it.
Yeah, it's also kind of red, because it's bloody.
Yeah.
Smells like sriracha.
Tastes like sriracha.
Yeah, it's got that spice.
You know, I would say go have that checked out, but then you wouldn't be the Trick anymore if you know.
That's why they call me the Trick.
There we go.
All right, moving on.
You got to keep that special sauce.
This
Go
is a
on,
hot
Al.
round right here.
Yeah, sorry.
This is like a grove of pineapples. Or the pineapples grow on trees, anyways. What would you rather fuck? A fat girl with rabies or a hooker with scabies? Answers now.
I believe that if you love her with the deepest...
I believe if you love cock. Listen to that. Listen to the dick sucking. There's so much dick sucking going on from you, faggot. You smell.
What does he smell like?
You know what he smells like?
Yeah, tell
He
me.
smells like a durian fruit.
Oh, man, that smells like an asshole. Not the good kind.
And a fresh, tall 8-ounce glass of bile collected from my prolapse. The Trick. This one goes to you.
Trick Johnny Moss. Stop laughing.
Both of them.
Fat girl with Oh!
Why not both?
Oh!
There we go.
Make a
Holy
sandwich.
cow.
Spoken like true Cherry's Jubilee. Donkey punch.
Well, you know, I was going to say, Al, I'd do them both in an Arby's bathroom for free.
You know, I once fucked this girl in an Arby's bathroom, and after I blew a load on her back, I just drove home listening to Pavement.
You know, that's what I call horsey
She was the
sauce.
fattest bitch. Man, she worked at Starbucks. Fuck, she loved Modest Mouse, too. God damn.
I only
Broken-
hate that song.
I only hate that song, too. Fuck. Man, you know what it reminds me of? Broken Social Scene.
Hey, didn't that cunt one time cut her hand on a can?
Oh, dude. Man, she was bleeding like a stuck pig covered in Cherry's Jubilee.
The 90s.
She's one who didn't smell like a honeydew melon.
All right, next question.
Or a grove of pineapples.
Next question.
Yeah, go on.
Analingus, yay or nay?
I would say yay with 2 upraised arms.
In a consensual relationship, I would have to say yay.
In a consensual relationship, you sound like a fucking tall glass of apple cider. Wah!
Give us some sound effects on that one.
Wait a second, Mr. Camaro, if I have your name right.
It's not Camino.
It is. I understand. It's Camaro.
Yeah, I banged your mom in an El Camino. Oh!
Bang your mom in an Arby's bathroom.
If you would allow me, you were constantly speaking in similes. Now, I know that there's something deeper in there inside of you.
You're constantly talking in smellilies.
I don't know what that means.
I think that's a Cambodian dialect.
I'm not going to listen to a man that just drooled on himself.
How's this for a simile? You're like a piece of shit. How do you like that? How's that for a comparison?
Hey, Lindsay, remember the time that I fucked your mom so hard she started speaking Klingon? She was like... She was just coming so hard on my cock. Man, she smelled like fucking raspberries, dog.
You know not what you say, Camaro.
Yeah, you nearly woke up Lindsay's dad.
A good man, a good hard-working blue-collar man that you should not disrespect further.
Hey.
Well, we get to disrespect you all we want on this show.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
This is Al, Ric, and The Trick. We get to do whatever we want. Go on, Al.
Let me ask you a question.
That's how you got the prolapse, Al.
It's a very sensitive subject.
Is it a sensitive area?
Oh, this is a sensitive subject.
Yeah, you're sensitive. You need some Vagisil, cunt. Vagisil. Vagisil, cunt. All right, now let me ask you something.
And by the way, do you vajazzle down there?
I do not have female genitalia.
You got some rhinestones regaling your genitalia?
You do not have a soul.
All right, go on, Al.
Let me ask you a question. What is better than rose petals on a piano? Huh, Lindsay?
This is a trick question. I feel it. I feel this is a trick question.
What is
so
better?
I'm not going to answer it.
What is better than rose petals on a piano?
I told you I'm not going to answer this. I know this is a trick.
Your mom's 2 lips on my organ. Oh! Grand slam.
Wow.
Took that one out of the park. You fucking
big mouth.
Big piece of shit. Fuck you.
Al,
I hate you. Oh my god, I want you to die so bad. I want you to die so bad.
If you did not have such bile in your mind, I would have commended you on being clever.
God, please, Jesus. Please, give me the strength, God.
I haven't yelled.
Give me the strength, God. Give me the strength to pull the trigger on this faggot. End him now.
Haven't known you to be a religious man, Al Camaro.
I speak in tongues when I'm in the bedroom, know what I'm saying? Hey, oh my god, hey! Alright, last question.
Speaking with tongues is not all you do with tongues.
Especially when it's with Lindsay's mom.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming, huh?
Better not wake the
I saw
dad.
it coming.
Alright, last question. Say you're baiting off. There's some baseball bat shit, you know what I'm saying?
Check.
And you don't want to come on your new PS3 controller.
Nope.
Why would you?
What would be the first thing that you grab in the room to come on/into?
3 words for you, buddy. John Benet Ramsey.
What? You know, Lindsay.
Take on an innocent girl
Lindsay,
who is deceased.
For the first time in my life, Lindsay, I think you might have a point. I mean, what the fuck is going on here?
I understand if you want to take issue with me, or take issue with other people, but a deceased young girl like John Bonet, rest in peace, that's just not tolerated.
All I have to say, Donkey Punch, spoken like a true bundle of grapes.
The only food I see here is Lindsay.
Anyways, you got anything for that one, Trick?
I never come. I hold it in. It's very zen. I shit it out. My shit's white. Like a bird. In the sky. On the spring.
Hey, you know it's a really good song? That Nelly Furtado song. I want to fly like a bird.
I'm like a bird. I want to fly away.
Yeah, you know that one. I remember this one time.
Wait a second.
I was in Louisiana.
Did you
fucking this girl in the bathroom? Don't give me that look.
Are you?
I fucked her in the bathroom
There's no other place to fuck a girl.
of a Coco's. Okay? Fuck this girl in the bathroom of a Coco's in Louisiana, circa 1987.
You sure it wasn't a Spires?
You know, I'm not sure now.
What
You
about a
throw me
Mimi's
curveballs.
Cafe?
But you know what, though? There is so much au jus around her beef curtains that I made her come mashed potatoes. Hey! Know what I'm saying, dog?
I don't understand what that has to do with Nelly Furtado.
I don't understand why you have to talk like a fucking honeydew melon. Anyways, I don't got any more questions.
By the way, did you get Lindsay or what? The guy's speechless.
I'm still. I thought I heard the beginnings of about to compliment a song by a woman, and I was interested.
Johnny Moss, you got your questions? Or have you not written any?
Hold on.
Okay there, Duke Nukem.
I have a question for Lindsay.
Whoa! What a surprise!
Fuck you.
Again, not a question, Mr. Moss.
No, I got this.
It was American.
Fuck you? No, that's a question.
Yeah, when you inflect it that way, it does sound like a question.
The intelligence in this room is just lowering by the moment.
All right, how about we have the man of the hour here, Lindsay, proffer his questions.
Well,
Go on ahead there, fella.
Well, you know, when I
Piece
was
of shit, Lindsay.
when I was asked to audit this show by my superiors,
Hey, can you just like speak with your mouth closed? Cause I smell your shit breath.
Yeah.
how I
Smells like
enunciate
vinegar balls.
how I
Piece of
enunciate
shit.
it.
Smells like a
Lindsay.
Coco's bathroom.
Are you going to let me have my lightning round? Are you?
I'll be honest, it kind of smells like Al's Prolapse.
You smell like a donkey show.
I brought questions because I heard there was going to be a lightning round. Am I going to be allowed?
It smells like
Cambodian food.
smells like a Starbucks bathroom in Modest Mouse.
Yeah, that's exactly where you pee right there.
May I ask my questions?
Yeah, go on, you piece of shit.
I was not aware of this environment. But
Can you ask yourself to fuck off? Killing me over here. I'm prolapsing.
I am looking to paint my kitchen. I'm looking for something that will accent the bear's beluga gray, which I painted in my dining room. Which do you like better, beach walk beige or more active sweet chamomile?
I don't know how to answer this one. Let me just say fuck you. How about that?
I hate you, Lindsay.
The only colors I deal with are red, white, and blue. Red, the color I left your mom in last night. White, the only kind of bitches I fuck legally. And blue, for the color of my baby when I drowned in the bathtub last night. Let's go.
Okay, I anticipated that first question not being answered.
You know what? I would paint it pussy pink because you're a pussy. Go on.
You know, I just have to say, spoken like a true banana.
There we go.
This next question, it's people who have online
Keep it
girlfriends.
together, Lindsay. Go on. piece
I
of
know
shit.
you'll have a field day with this one. People who have online girlfriends, sad, alarming, or both.
Man, all I heard was turds. I can't understand your question when you're speaking in turtleese.
All I heard was...
Okay, moving along here, moving along.
Fucked your mom with OK Cupid.
There are so many molestation scandals going on in our public schools these days.
Fuck yeah.
But how are we to stop this epidemic?
Why would you want to stop it?
Because it's illegal, Mr. Moss.
The
It's
heart
illegal.
wants what the heart wants.
Molestation isn't a scam.
What's illegal is not doing it.
It's a grift.
Not showing it.
You know what?
Well, let's see how
If you
tough
got
you
legal
guys
Zoom
are.
on your side, you can do anything.
Well, I'd like to see how tough you fellas are. If you go to jail for molestation and you get with a sweet
You know,
mate,
you just sound like a big fucking broccoli stalk to me, faggot.
You know, I would start with Jean Benet Ramsey. She's a fine piece.
I hope this next question is about my teenage son, and I hope you are respectful about him. My son is going to be turning 13 soon, and I think it is about time I had the talk with him. Do you have any friendly advice for dealing with this situation?
Suck him off.
You know, you don't have to give him any advice. I bet he's banged more broads than you have, faggot.
And dudes.
Lindsey, you are a faggot.
I think Anderson Cooper's banged more broads than Lindsey.
Lance Bass has
Kevin
fucked more
Spacey.
broads.
Okay,
Lindsey.
I'm starting to reach my point here, but moving along.
I think Bruce Valanche is...
No, you need to be respectful.
Bruce
This guy just sounds like a bundle of beats.
No, you need to be respectful of this next question.
Your
because
head looks like a radish.
it is about one of my idols. One of my idols, the great radio host Harvey Hoffman, The Strength.
Oh, here we go again with
has
that
been through
blowhard.
Excuse me,
on.
Mr. Rutel. He has been through some tough times lately and is currently in the hospital after attempting a suicide that involved a weather balloon. Any encouraging words for the radio legend like Harvey?
I bet you went through some hard times after your fucking anal prolapse surgery from double anal.
But wouldn't that mean that we are anal prolapse brothers?
Doesn't that mean that, like, you smell like a potato? You potato-eating Mick?
I'm starting to question your sanity, Mr. Camaro.
Irish.
I've been smoking so much heroin.
This next...
You know, you can stop any time, Al.
Excuse me. This next question...
Wait a minute.
I'm dying inside.
I actually wanted to answer your last question. Could you rephrase it for me? And now I forgot it.
The great radio host Harvey Hoffman has been going through tough times. Do you have any encouraging words? I doubt you do, but let's see if you can actually surprise me for once.
Yeah, that conservative piece of shit kike. He can go fly a kite and fall into a very deep grave.
That's very disrespectful, considering that his suicide
know
was
what?
with a weather balloon.
Well, you know what? Oh, fly a weather balloon and kite, whatever. And I would be the first one to shovel the dirt.
You know, that guy's just like a big old bowl of frijoles. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
Ow. No more smoking heroin. Ow.
You guys,
It only brings me back to normal.
I'm very interested in
Lindsey,
this.
go on.
And this next question.
Piece of shit, Lindsey.
You guys think you're smooth talkers and smart guys. Well, who are your heroes? Tell me about your heroes.
My hero is Ric Rutel. End of story. And Al over here, who
I'd have to say Cherry Garcia, Fiona Apple, and Banana Rate.
Fiona Apple, a woman. That's very interesting. Can you expand upon that?
Yeah, fucked her in a Starbucks in Long Beach while listening to Modest Mouse.
I'd be very interested to hear Miss Apple's take on that occasion. Because I doubt it was consensual.
Yeah, we high-fived over a fucking bowl of cherries, asshole.
Chips Ahoy cookies during Ghoulies.
Okay.
And then we smoked some pineapple rings, asshole. You get what I'm saying?
You getting fed up?
Hey, DK!
You guys-
DK, come on, dog!
Fist in your fist. That's how
Have we
do.
broken the FCC yet?
You guys win. I didn't want to do this, but I can't take any more of this. You win. You win. So I'm going to ask a few different questions.
All right, Lindsey.
If you allow me. Which would be a hotter, dirtier sex scene in a movie? Rick Moranis and Sybil Shepherd in a gynecologist chair. Pauly Shore and Cindy Crawford while riding the Stairmaster. Or Steve Buscemi and Bridget Nielsen in a BDSM snuff film. Which of those three? God, it pains me to say those words.
I would have to go with the Stairmaster one by a long shot.
Pauly Shore and Cindy Crawford on a Stairmaster.
On a
Excellent
Stairmaster,
choice.
that is hot.
I'm gonna have to say, all of them in a gigantic pile of carrot shavings.
Fuck, that was a great answer.
Shred a head of cabbage on that one, too.
I like that kimchi puss, know what I'm saying?
I'm coming
You speak
around.
for
I'm
all
coming
of
around.
us, Al.
Number 8. What is the better place to score? By the bike rack at the Sturgis, South Dakota bar during the annual biker rally, or outside of a Sexaholics Anonymous meeting at a local community center?
On a Stairmaster?
Perhaps.
I would have to say a Broken Social Scene concert while eating Arby's in the bathroom of said concert while listening to Pavement.
You know, Mr. Camaro, I misjudged you. You are one true motherfucker. Let me tell you about that.
I think we're turning Lindsey.
Yeah, turning him into a man for once.
I've got another one.
Wait a
Two
minute.
more.
Why don't you open your shirt there, Lindsey? You got hair on your chest?
Yeah, I have.
Hey, cum lips! You smell like a fishbowl. Go on. Continue.
Yeah, congratulations.
If you shit for brains would let me talk, I'm gonna finish my lightning
Lindsey,
round.
I would say congratulations. You've graduated from going to a she-male to a piece of shit pussy.
You know, you're like a tank full of freshwater tetras eating beef heart.
You could say that again. I don't know why, but you could.
TurboGrafx game, buddy.
Question number 9. If you had to choose between ingesting gorged pig testicles or attending a performance of the Vagina Monologues, which one would you choose?
I don't know. This is high concept
You know,
material.
that question reminds me of angelfish swimming around eating granulated flakes.
You know, you have to adjust.
Shut the fuck up!
You have to adjust your prescription there, Al.
You dumb bastard!
Started to sound like
finally-
a potato-eating Mick over there.
And finally, question number
That's
10.
coming from a potato-eating Mick.
You know, Lindsey, you're slowly gaining my respect here. It's kind of odd.
Well, listen to this next one. Which of the following 7 words are the most satisfying to say? Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfuck, or tits?
You just got fined. It's very rude. I can't believe you would come onto our show and talk like that.
Yeah, where do you get the nerve to do that?
Excuse me.
What's
Excuse
wrong
me.
with you, Lindsey?
You dumbasses.
No, you took it too far.
Well,
That's mean.
You're
Here
not-
we are trying to do a straight show, and
Well-
you come on saying words like those.
Excuse me.
What a
well,
buddy.
I have one more question for
I
you.
mean, you're just like a bagel with salmon spread.
Excuse me. I have a question for you.
You know, we were just about to do a Bible study, and here you are coming in here with those filthy words. We were about to talk about Jesus and the Sermon on the Mount.
I mean, who the fuck are you? Are you a turkey on rye?
Well, you know what? I have. How
That was
do
a
you like
simile.
them apples?
By the way, that was a simile.
How
He
do you-
compared you to a turkey on rye.
What are you, whole wheat and ham? Faggot?
Well, let's see. Let's see what you think after this last question. Number 11. How does it feel, Mr. Rutel, Mr. Camaro, Mr. Donkey Punch,
You got my
and
name
Mr.
right.
Moss? How does it feel to be tricked by me?
You forgot Blaster.
And Mr. Belly Blaster, how does it feel to be tricked by me, Lindsey Warner, into accumulating the largest FCC fine in 72 years since that scum Howard Stern accumulating...
Don't you ever say that name.
$6.9
Don't
million
you ever say the name of Howard Stern.
Howard Stern's a pussy.
I've accumulated
Howard Stern is a piece of shit.
and tabulated over this whole radio broadcast, and I've come to the point of $6.9 million in FCC fines, you stupefied millipedes, you moronic quadrupeds, you pea-brained mackerels, you gullible rodents. I win. How does it feel?
How does it feel? How does it feel? Let me ask you. How does it feel to be a loaf of banana bread with a side of meatloaf and cranberry juice?
It feels just fine, thank you.
I rest my case.
Because I'll have you know, this $6.9 million...
I'll have you know that you smell like whole wheat spaghetti. How does it feel, cheddar breath?
Free faggot.
This $6.9 million is going to bankrupt this little program that you have going here, and I doubt you'll be on the air next week.
Yeah, but I bet you got 6.9 million loads of cum in your butt, in your fucking gut, you faggot.
You know, Lindsey, as usual, you're playing the role of a double agent here. I can't tell where you're coming from.
I bet you got mustard seed on your buns.
I am just this close to leaving this room and leaving you
what
scumbags.
a loss! What a loss!
Yeah, you're like a fresh pile of string beans.
Well, whether you stick around or not, Lindsay, we of course still have to talk to Dr. Lena Meyer Donnelly about her book.
About this cunt.
Yeah, The Penetrating Truth. Let's see, what was it called? The Penetrating Truth: Why Women Don't Need to Be Entered to Enter Ecstasy. Let's talk to her.
You know what they need? They need a can of Vienna sausages.
All right, let's get her on the phone. Dr. Donnelly? Is that you, Doctor? Dr. Lena Meyer Donnelly.
Yes, hello?
Dr. Lena Meyer Donnelly. The
Yes, thank you.
Penetrating Truth is your new book.
Yes.
The subtitle, of course, is The Penetrating Truth: Why Women Don't Need to Be Entered to Enter Ecstasy. Now, what is your explanation behind that subtitle?
Well, I just have to say that the book,
Are you suggesting that men are not even necessary in the pleasure of women?
well, I think,
That's scientifically proven fact, by the way.
well, really, all you need for extreme clitoral stimulation is a broccoli stalk.
A broccoli stalk? You're starting to sound like a freak. I might like you, Lena.
Avocado actually works too.
Well, flip on the camera, sweetheart. Man, I think I want to see this one online.
What about bok choy?
Bok choy stings a little bit. Cucumber is an all-time favorite.
Cucumber.
You ever pickle a cucumber putting it inside you?
Lena,
You know, sweetheart, here I was coming into this thinking you're going to be a feminist twat, and you really sound freaky deaky.
Well, I just have to say that the first time that I pickled another woman was in an Arby's bathroom
Really?
while listening to Broken Social Scene. It's a long story.
That is an awful... no, you know what? I'm not going to let you go on that one.
His name was Al or something like that. I forget.
Give me details there, honey.
Well, I had just cut my thumb on a tin can.
Really?
Very
How did that happen?
I felt like curly fries.
You felt like curly fries. Well, who among us doesn't? Am I right?
I wanted oven roasted chicken.
Oven roasted chicken. Well, this is a very specific
Listen,
story.
It's a long story. It's a long
Yeah,
story.
well, I asked for the details, so please continue.
No, let's just not.
exactly as I expected. Exactly as I suspected. Hey, this is an imposter.
Let's not.
This is not Lena.
You just got Mike! Mike, is that you?
Let's not. All right, well...
Exactly as I expected.
It's a very personal story.
No, please.
well,
this
okay.
charade has gone
Now-
far enough.
You've talked about manually arousing yourself with various objects.
Yes, it feels very good.
Let's skip topics here, skip subjects to the issue of heterosexual sex. A man entering a woman. Now, why would that be unnecessary, outmoded?
Well, all I have to say is that it feels good when you stick anything up there.
Okay.
And really, it's about bringing yourself closer to nature. Have you ever felt a honeydew?
Honey, I'll do anything for you.
Ooh.
Wordplay.
Now, but with that said, I just have to say that you're all pigs.
Wait a minute.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you.
This
But when
is-
I say that,
Talk about the bait and switch here. What are you
but
talking
when
about?
I say that, there's nothing like the feeling of fresh pork.
Yeah.
Vienna sausage?
Well, I'll show you the pork. I'll show you the pork, all right, for this picnic.
But really, all of you guys are just a bunch of cocksuckers, and I hate you, and you can go fuck yourselves.
Okay.
Beautifully
Tell me how you
spoken,
really
Lindsay.
feel, Lena.
Although I don't agree with the language, but the sentiment exactly.
Do I still get to bend you over in a Starbucks bathroom?
Only if you buy me Arby's.
Absolutely.
Can we listen to Pavement on the way over?
You bet you're alive. Well, can you speak a bit more to the book? I mean, what else do we find out in the book?
Well,
I mean, what kind of thesis are you laying out?
Well, the first chapter goes over the food pyramid.
The food pyramid?
Yes. First, you have your vegetables, your
Okay.
fruits.
All right.
You have your liquids and your solids. And
So
your
you're
meats.
saying that the diet plays a big role in sexual pleasure for a woman?
Well, have you ever had roast beef in your asshole?
Actually, last night. Go on.
Since now.
Now,
Donkey punch, please.
have you ever rubbed avocados on your armpits?
Avocados on my armpits. You know, I can't say that I have.
I would actually like to inspect this woman's credentials because I doubt she has a doctorate.
I'd like to inspect this man's dick because he probably doesn't have one, faggot.
Lena Meyer Donnelly, I gotta say, you're earning my respect.
Fuck the world.
Wow. You know, this interview is not going as planned, but I'm kind of liking it.
I'm dying.
Wow. Well, what are your dying words?
So do you
then?
have any questions for me?
You know, to
Like,
get
can
a
we talk
little,
about my fucking book already?
well, you know, the French call an orgasm le petit mort. You said you're dying. Is that the kind of dying I like?
Yeah, that actually translates as the smelly tomato.
A smelly tomato.
Actually, it is the little death, Mrs. Dr. Lena.
Well, you know, honey, if I
Not
shake
so much, Doctor.
if I
Actually,
shake your vine,
it's you
honey,
smelling like cranberries.
Lena, I'm checking your book right now. Chapter 27, what's that all about?
Chapter 27 is all about proteins. Now, there's
I got
animal
some proteins.
There's proteins that you can actually get from vegetables like kale. Kale's a very, very, very good source of protein. Then you also have your different milk byproducts.
you know, there's kale, and then I'd like to hail my cum on you. Go on.
rude.
I'd like to rail you, Lena.
That's rude. That's so rude.
Can I rail you with some kale?
I can't believe how rude you're being.
Well, you talk about cucumber up your pussy.
You are being so rude.
How about kale up your pussy? Can I rail
can't-
you with kale?
I can't believe how rude you're being.
You're turning into a robot.
Have you ever put cottage cheese?
Did you get your PhD from Afghanistan?
Have you ever put cottage cheese in a turkey baster and shot it up your cooter? I didn't think so.
Wait a minute. Is
Yes.
this organic cottage cheese?
It's orgasmic.
Orgasmic. Well, that's the big O I like.
Hey, listen, I really gotta go.
I can tell.
I wish I could say it's been a pleasure, Miss Dr. Lena, but it hasn't.
By the way, Lena Dynamama.
Hey, who's that guy who sounds like chives?
Right here, honey.
Lena Meyer Donnelly, if you'll excuse me, I get tongue-tied about your Dr. Seuss type name. Where exactly did you get your PhD?
I got it from Baby Apple Onion University.
Baby Apple Onion.
Yes, in
Is that a well-respected university?
I doubt it.
It's in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, I
Okay.
heard about that one.
And did you graduate cum loud? You know what I mean? Can you cum loud for me right now, honey?
I graduated
Can you cum loud?
in chicken broth.
Chicken broth. You know, I think we'll just cut this interview off right now. Because you're not coming loud for me.
I had a stroke not too long ago.
Probably too much cucumber up your pussy.
I'm dying.
Okay, well, I'm glad you are.
I gotta go now.
See you now.
I have to leave.
Man, Lindsay, what's up with that bitch?
Please, let me go.
Yeah, we'll help you.
We'll
help you go.
What a stupid woman.
We'll kick you right into the grave.
Why am I still here? Why do I hear voices still?
That's what we're wondering, too.
You know, Lindsay, you actually sound like a little boy I met named Porter.
You know, you're really sick. You're really sick. You probably want me to sound like a little boy. I mean, what are you, like the sweet red potatoes?
Yeah, maybe I can get you to to moan like John Benet Ramsey, if you know what I
Hey, but
mean.
really, I gotta go. This is,
Give you some of that stranger danger.
Hey, can you-
Good riddance, Doctor.
hey, you know, I give you guys,
All right, we gotta cut you
I give you
off.
guys, like, you know, a hard time, but can you piss me off, Rick?
With pleasure, Lena Meyer Donnelly can barely say your name.
Okay, I love you guys. Bye.
You got your doctorate from Indonesia.
Baby apple onions.
What a weird one. You know, she halfway earned my respect, I'll be honest with you. Wow. Interesting hearing from her.
Yeah.
I didn't find it very interesting at all. In fact, I still maintain that she's a fraud.
You know, I'm going to have to agree with you, Lindsay. Camaro, where were you this whole time?
I was at a buffet eating macaroni salad.
How's that for your prolapse?
You know what? The dairy is very soothing on my colon.
I would think it was the opposite, actually.
I'm so scared right now. The doctor gave me a week.
The doctor that you spoke to when? Was it Dr. Lena that you spoke to? Because I would believe her.
Well, he's actually my guru.
Your guru?
He predicted my death a week from today.
I could have predicted your death a week from today.
Let me finish.
All right.
You potato. He gave me a week to live. He told me that I would explode into the universe. Into a million string beans. And that I will populate all of the planets in this solar system. And that my memory will go on forever and ever as I am the one.
Big mouth, Al Camaro. Getting very poetic.
Wow.
Wow. I scarcely know how to finish this segment.
He looks like a lizard.
I think that about says it.
His skin looks like strawberry seeds.
Wow.
And he smells of macaroon.
And Cameroons.
Vaguely. Sort of. He
Wow.
told me that an eagle will visit me in my dreams.
You're operating on a different kind of wavelength right now.
The eagle will bring me string cheese. In fact, Heads brand by Kraft.
I actually prefer that one.
And that when I peel the string cheese I had spoken of, it will reveal the true nature of man.
Al, where can you expect to go in the afterlife?
I will go where I am required, wherever that may be.
Will you go meet your creator?
I am the creator.
Could have fooled me, right, Lindsay?
Well, this is what this guy told me, you know. He seemed kind of weird. You know? I mean, he did fucking smell like a macaroon.
Did you meet him in
And
an
he had
Arby's
strawberry
back row?
seed skin. Would you trust a lizard with strawberry seed skin?
How much did you pay the guy?
A bundle of radishes, a few carrots. You know? Listen, I really gotta stop doing heroin, dog. I'm so fucked up.
That's not the first time you've said that.
My wife left me, even though she's a cunt.
What a big surprise!
She fucking,
You know, marriage is a sham anyway, Al.
you know, she took my Volvo.
What about your kids? You have 2 kids.
You know, I remember this time.
I'm surprised you can remember it.
You know, I remember this time I fucked this girl in this Volvo outside of a Starbucks.
In her vulva?
What were you
In
listening
a
to?
Volvo.
I was listening to Modest mouse.
Would you say the Volvo was gray and the Volvo was pink?
No, I mean, she kind of smelled like, shells and cheese.
I love that smell. Go on.
You know, it had some almond shavings in it. You know, kind of a little bit of a water chestnut undertone, you know? And, man, I gotta stop doing heroin,
Is this going somewhere?
I really gotta stop doing heroin, dog.
You know, I was interested to let him tumble this story out, and it did indeed go nowhere, but quite fascinating.
My mother's dying words to me. You know what they were?
You tell me.
Sweet potatoes.
You know, they were a good source of beta carotene.
You know what her second last words were?
She had a second last word.
Her second last words was Russian potato salad.
Hmm.
Yeah. This is a really awkward ending.
It sure is.
But that's what the guru told me. That it would be.
That you could expect an awkward end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You're definitely taking it. This is self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
Yeah. Strawberry seed skin, dog. He was a lizard.
Well, this has been Ric and The Trick.
You know, he had fucking French fry hair.
You know, Pryant and Bat, I don't know whether we should apologize to you or not, but...
Hey, what's the count over there, dog?
I'm just tabulating the extra fines that you've accumulated.
What, all the millions of loads you've gotten in your asshole?
In the last 20 minutes. And, you know, it's funny that you say that, Mr. Rutel.
Exploding, oozing out.
You do know, there is no need to say sorry to Mr. Pryant and Bat, who are two dastardly gentlemen, I must say. They're going to have their show next week, and I doubt, considering your $13 million fine, that you can afford to have this show continue any longer.
Do they pick up the tab, Pryant and Bat?
No,
or
you.
Does Ric?
Do you says
Ric and The Trick?
You says we'll be picking up the tab.
You know what I'm really sorry about? You smell like green tea jello.
That may be, but at least I have a job, sir, which is the last thing I could say for you.
You know, you jiggle like it, too. I've seen that jiggle
Man,
you got down there.
Jiggle that pickle. Look at that faggot.
Look at that green pickle.
Spoken like two fat asses sitting in front of me.
Man.
That was mean.
That was horrible. Apologize, Lindsey.
I refuse.
Yes, spoken like a fruitcake.
Not your best work, I must say.
No.
You could have done better. Well, you could have done better.
Even I, who hate you, wish that you could have done better there.
Well, I think we should make like one of George St. Pierre's opponents and tap out on this one. It's time we say goodbye to all our listeners.
You know what this guy's like? You know what this guy's like?
What's that?
You know what he's like?
Big mouth? Tell me.
Now, could you guess that he smells like or tastes like?
I'm going to say he seems like a strawberry shortcake.
Nope. This guy, from the bottom of my heart, I believe he smells like a cinnamon apple crumble.
Cinnamon apple crumble.
That's almost a compliment coming from you.
That just smells like Christmas.
I'm really fucking high right now. My sponsor, he's been calling me all day.
You know, we should...
I'm on house arrest. You know, after I beat up that midget.
The 8-year-old midget?
No, the 6-year-old one. Those fines got dropped.
This was the one at Spires?
Because I dropped them some cash and you know, some radishes and Kool-Aid.
You beat him up at Spires, right?
I believe at 6 years old he would cease to be classified as a midget.
Didn't you throw ketchup packets at him?
Correct nomenclature's elf.
No, it was outside of a Yoshinoya.
You know, that wasn't the worst thing that took place in the Yoshinoya. People eating Yoshinoya is what the real crime against nature.
Yeah, I remember this time I plowed this Cherokee gypsy in the bathroom of a Yoshinoya.
What were you listening to there?
What was I listening to?
Yeah, what was playing? What was playing over the PA?
I was listening to the motion of my ocean.
Yeah, but
also the Ocean by Led Zeppelin. That's a jam right there. It was a good one.
Were you listening to your MP3 player with your headphones on?
I was listening to my soul leave my body. I was listening to my soul.
Would you
as
say
left.
it was floating on?
All right. We all float on all right.
You know, we all do.
Hey, do we have any last words for this?
Well, I think the guys over at Pryant and Bat finished their show in a sort of signature way. I think we have to do that on 3. What do you think?
Let me guess, is it another pissing contest?
Can I ask you something real quick?
I would prefer if you didn't, but if you have to.
Can you go fuck yourself?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought.
All right, let's close this.
I'm
thing
leaving. I'm leaving. That was the final straw, and I'm leaving.
out. Good to see you go, you piece of shit. All right, on 3.
I'm really sorry about tonight, guys. My sponsor's been calling me all night. I'm on house arrest. I shouldn't even be here.
You know, Al,
I'm violating probation.
Al, I just want to end the show, Al. Can I end the show?
I just want my son to know my last words.
What is it? Something about broccoli and carrots,
To my son.
peas,
To my son.
What's your son's name?
Reginald.
Val Johnson?
Reginald. Don't you interrupt me. Don't you utter, you bundle of twigs.
I'm just the intern, man.
They call you
Reginald.
Big Mouth for a reason, Al.
Reginald,
Go on.
I want you to have something. In my closet, in a shoebox, is a large bundle of cinnamon. It's yours to have.
You
And
can
it's-
take the cinnamon challenge with that.
It's yours to have and it's yours to keep. I love you. And I'll see you in the next solar system. I'm done.
All right, on 3.
Are you
down?